Hey guys, Jason Noblet here, and welcome to Noblet Street Soccer Q&A video. Alright, so this is the second Q&A video I've done, and thanks for the question, guys. I hope that you guys keep sending me more questions so I can answer them on here. The more you guys send them, the more I'll be able to make videos and I'll help you out with all of your soccer needs. Alright guys, so I've got 3 questions on for today, so I'll start out with the first one. Alright, so this is how it starts. Hi, I play soccer on a men's league, just started this year, and I felt that I was too weak. I have recently gone to a gym and currently I am doing splits, but you mentioned in the video you don't recommend them. Could you give me a guide to follow? I am kind of lost in what to do at the gym. I play soccer 3 times a week, 2 indoor sessions and 1 game summer league. I also have access to a gym with dumbbells and a weight bench, no bench press. The dumbbells go up to 50 pounds and I simply cannot go to another gym because it is just inaccessible. I would appreciate any help you can give. Currently I'm 5'11", 180 pounds. My goals are to put on strength as well as become faster. Thanks and sorry if this was a stupid question. Alright, for starters, there's really no such thing as a stupid question, only stupid people. Just kidding, guys. You're not stupid. That's just a stupid joke to go with it. If you think a question is stupid, but you really don't know the answer, go ahead and ask it. Please do it, because you're going to feel stupid later if you don't know it or you realize you could have got advice from it. So that's the first thing I'm going to say about that. There are no stupid questions. Alright, so as far as this goes, starting out, I don't know how lean you are, but 5'11", 180 pounds is not small for soccer in my opinion. If anything, that is fairly normal, fairly average, and especially if you're playing at the men's league level, you're not going to be small at all. Now, if you're a little bit overweight, this could be an issue. Now, before I say anything on giving you an actual guide or program that I would recommend, I have to say keep playing soccer and put your cardiovascular fitness and your speed and agility work ahead of your strength training at the moment. Playing soccer is always going to be your #1 priority, so do that first. As far as your weight training goes, I could take the easy route and say, well, you need to find a new gym, because I do think that is possible. It's highly unlikely that you really only have the choice of this, but I'm going to do the right thing and I am going to try to help you out. Alright, so as far as your upper body routine goes, I don't think only having dumbbells is going to be that big of a concern unless you're already fairly strong. If you're repping the 50-pound dumbbells in an overhead press for 20 reps, yes, you're basically, there's more or less nothing you're going to do to accomplish that much. But what I would recommend for upper body, and because you cannot progress in weights as easily because your dumbbells only go up to 50 pounds, and also dumbbells typically go up in 5-pound increments when you're using 2 dumbbells at a time, that is 10-pound increments in reality for major compound movements where you're working both sides. So I do think doing a little higher rep range is not a problem on your upper body lifts, but the lifts that I would recommend you do are overhead press, and I would prefer it standing. You can do it seated if you like, but I prefer it standing because it gives you more core work and it translates better to athletic performance. A flat bench press with the dumbbells, bent over rows with the dumbbells, and pull-ups if you have a pull-up bar accessible. Now if you don't have a pull-up bar accessible, that's alright, and there are some accessory lifts that you can do as well. An incline press is a good movement. Dips are a good movement if you have those as well. And so are upright rows. And there are a few other movements. But I would base your upper body workout with overhead press, bench press, bent over row, and pull-ups. Now, for lower body, this is where it's going to become a bit tricky because, to be honest with you, the most weight you could even use is 100 pounds, and I hope you can already squat 100 pounds already. In fact, you should be able to do 100 pounds for close to 20 reps at your weight and size. If you can't, no worries about it. It's not a contest. Don't worry about it. But what I would recommend is, I would recommend goblet squats, but once again, a goblet squat, you're only going to really be using 50 pounds if that's as heavy as the dumbbells go. So I would probably have to rule that out. So what I'm going to recommend is you do jump squats holding 2 dumbbells in each hand, hold them at your side, and start out light to get the technique right, and do sets of 3. You're working on your explosive movement here, and that is what you're wanting with soccer anyways from your weightlifting, is to help you explode. So you're going to do sets of 3, and you're going to do that. Let's do it for 5 sets of 3. Also, I think you should work in some Bulgarian split squats and walking lunges. Bulgarian split squats, walking lunges, and dumbbell stiff-legged deadlifts. But this is something to remember. I do not recommend going super, super high volume if you're doing this for soccer, because you do not want to get too much soreness from this, because you need to be able to perform. One other thing you can do is you can kind of make your own glute ham raise. In fact, I recommend that over doing stiff-legged deadlifts with the dumbbells, because you'll be able to use more weight. Your body weight will actually be harder resistance, and that will get your hamstrings and glutes better than the stiff-legged deadlifts. So the way to do that, by the way, is put a cushion or something on your knees. It's preferable if it elevates you slightly off the floor. Have something to hold your feet at the end. Then you just basically do a glute ham raise. The easiest way is to do it with a Bosu ball and something to hold your feet at the end. Just YouTube search glute ham raise with a Bosu ball. But if you do these, keep it to a 3 to 5 rep range. And the lunges, you can do a little higher reps. But do it 2 to 3 times a week. And just depending on how your body, how you feel afterwards, you can either do more or you need to cut it back. You do not want to be majorly sore afterwards. But I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below or come back for me later. And guys, I'm going to make this a 2-parter because this question took a long time for me to answer. But that's okay. So stay tuned. Second video is coming soon. Peace.